Good morning. On behalf of the Pasadena Water and Power Department, my name is David Reyes, Interim General Manager, and I'd like to welcome all of you to today's exciting event. Today, we're here to celebrate the expansion of our electric vehicle infrastructure with 23 brand new chargers right here at beautiful Victory Park. Although we just activated the site a few weeks ago, we've already had nearly 200 chargers used by our community residents. This is a unique site because it has a mixture of both level 2 and level 3 chargers to meet the needs of our residents. Under the leadership of City Manager Marquez, PWP is proud to be a leader in electrification. As early adopters, the City of Pasadena has one of the most robust public EV infrastructures in the entire state. Today's edition of 23 brings us to nearly 250 public charging stations that are easily accessible for our residents. We will continue to build and expand our network to support continued adoption of electric vehicles, to meet our community's needs, and promote the many benefits of electrification and electric vehicles. These 23 chargers are now an added amenity to the park, and we hope that they ease the transition and make it seamless for our residents to adopt electric vehicles. At this time, I'd like to welcome Pasadena Mayor Victor Gordo to join us in this celebration.
I'm very proud of the fact that Pasadena is leading in the EV space and electrification. I'd like to thank our city staff and residents for supporting this effort. You know, we know it's the right thing to do. We know that people are anxious to have EV charging stations throughout the city and beyond. And so Pasadena is proud to do its part. But before we get to the point where everyone has an opportunity to use electric charging in the region, other cities are going to have to do the same thing. Pasadena is not an island. Pasadena exists in a county of 88 cities. In the San Gabriel Valley alone, there are 31 cities, 2.1 million people. And so we are far behind the infrastructure that's needed in order to support that population and make it possible for people to, to get out of their car at least one trip a week. And that alone will make a difference. And that's what we're looking for, is to give people an option that doesn't include their car, that allows them to get out of their vehicle either on a bike or if they can't get out of their vehicle, certainly to use an EV charging station and have the opportunity to use an electric vehicle. So this is a challenge to all of our neighbors in the San Gabriel Valley, all 31 cities, and in LA County. Help us get people out of their cars. Help us encourage people to buy electric vehicles by joining us and building the infrastructure that's needed to support all of our residents as they look for transportation options that are responsible and respectful of the environment. Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce Councilmember Gene Masuda.
I'm so honored to be here, and when David Reyes said that he was excited, I'm really excited, because when I heard about this coming in to Victory Park, here we are, and he said that it took 1 year to put this in, and that he was kind of disappointed it took 1 year, but I thought that was pretty fast. But I appreciate the fact that you're that it's here. I think I can see a lot of thought went into this, and the first thing I thought about is the ADA, for people to be able to use. So that was so great. So that's part of the thought. I look forward to hearing from the residents how convenient this is for them, and they can use the park and then charge their cars at the same time. So thank you so much for all being here and inviting me to join all of you today for this celebration and ribbon cutting. Thank you so much. And next we have our city manager, Miguel Marquez. Please put your hands together for him.
What a glorious day to bring these new chargers on board and to hear that it's just a part of the 200, almost 250 chargers that we have throughout the city, and that there's more coming. It's amazing, and I want to think it takes a team. Apart from interim general manager David Reyes, this is at a park, so I want to thank Coco Panosian, our director of parks and recreation and community services, and I want to thank David's team, Kelly O'Rourke, Verusian Avidian, Lynn Chamowitz, Jen Guest Mayo, all who are assistant general managers, and then Evan Johnson from Pasadena Water and Power, who heads up all the strategy we have in getting us to this glorious place. We're so lucky, frankly, to have a municipal-owned utility. It's a very different exercise than the investor-owned utilities, because instead of making investments to try to reap a profit, we're making investments to serve our community better. Having 250 chargers throughout the city best serves our community. It brings us closer to our goal of sustainability. We take that very seriously. You may have been familiar with some discussions that occurred more than a year ago, where the council adopted a resolution 9977, setting forth the goal to become 100% green energy by 2030, well ahead of the deadline in 2045, and we're making tremendous progress towards that goal. But it's not just about where we get our energy, it's not just about EVs, it's our whole portfolio of strategies. This is just one of them. We're trying to electrify our own vehicle fleet. We have, I think, about 800 vehicles, and we're trying to get as many as we can to be EV or otherwise zero emissions. We have a plan by 2035 to have our whole bus line to be zero emission vehicles. And we're going to build a hydrogen facility in Pasadena as well. So we have so much in the works. And it's because we're able to make, again, investments, not for the sake of making profit, but investments to the community, for what the community needs, to bring convenient EV charging stations throughout at an incredibly competitive price. So thank you all for being here today. It's truly an honor to lead this organization, and in particular, Water and Power, that's doing so much, and so many other departments that are doing so much to bring us to a sustainable place, which, if you really think about it, if it's not sustainable, it's not worth doing, because we have to be here in the long run. So with that, thank you again for attending, and let's get to the ribbon cutting.